Hello everybody, this is Swedish Fishy and I have another Pokemon Battle Revolution video for you. This one is taking place at the Magma Coliseum against, well, mainly legendaries except that Whale Lord. And I'd like to point out how big that Whale Lord makes everything, or how small it makes everything look, as the announcer just said. So I'm starting out with my Alakazam and my Lodic, and they send out a Rayquaza and obviously a Whale Lord. So right now I'm debating if I should just Calm Mind up real quick to get my special up, or if I should do what I usually do and set up a Light Screen or Reflect. But I ended up going with a Reflect. Now it seems odd. I think I was thinking Whale Lord is a physical and Rayquaza is too. I think Rayquaza is physical. I guess his... well, we'll see. So, I go with Ice Beam because, well, Rayquaza's Dragon and Flying, which is 4 times super effective. And there goes a Reflect, and my Alakazam is basically a support type or a sweeper with Calm Mind. But I don't know what he was gonna Focus Blast, I'm guessing my Lodic, but even if he got it off, it wouldn't have made that big of a difference because I have Recovered. So, Rayquaza goes down first move, which wasn't surprising. And I begin to see that this guy wasn't very, well, he didn't really know what he was doing. He used Hydro Pump and Focus Blast. So, maybe he just really wanted that Milotic dead because of the rest of the team he has, which is all weak to Ice Beam. So he sends out which is a very bulky Steel Dragon type. I didn't have any fighting types, so, and my only ground type move would affect everyone, so I just thought I'd Calm Mind up and see if I could get him with a couple Ice Beams. I would like to point out that this is my singles team I'm using, because it is very powerful, and almost all of, I think most of them are overused. But I was seeing a lot of legendaries that day, so I just thought it wouldn't matter, and I found a legendary team like the first 4 times. Dialga goes for a Roar of Time after my Lodic barely does anything with that Ice Beam, and Alakazam Calm Minds up. Oh, well now he's using Ice Beam. As you can see, that didn't do much damage. But Roar of Time is basically like Hyper Beam, where after you use it, you need another move. I was really happy that that missed.
Both corners still have a chance to win this.
So,
who's going to take the glory?
Yeah, usually Alakazam reflects and light screens and then starts to Calm Mind up. So I think that's enough, because I didn't want that Whale Lord sticking around to kill my Lodic, or even Alakazam with a Hydro Pump. So I guess I'm debating, because I really don't know. Oh, I go for a Light Screen because I saw that Roar of Time, and Whale Lord keeps on using Hydro Pump, so he obviously likes special moves. And with my Lodic I go for a Recover, because I really just, when I saw his Pokemon, he had a lot of Dragon types and stuff, so I really wanted to be prepared to battle all of them. And my Lodic was the only Pokemon I had with Ice type. So Recover up, and that gives me a lot of health, and my Lodic is very bulky. Goes for a Hydro Pump, but since I just got that Light Screen up, it doesn't do much damage. I've left over Alakazam because after I get a couple Calm Minds and Reflect up, I can really tank a lot of stuff with him. I go for a Psychic on Whale Lord because he's starting to piss me off, and I don't want to go on Dialga because it won't be very effective. And then if I think I go for an Ice Beam or a Recover on my Lodic. Yeah. Debating because a Roar of Time would do a lot more damage, and I don't think would it quite kill me, but I would have another turn, so I just decided to go for the Ice Beam and get some more damage on him. Psychic does
A fierce blow.
a big hit on Wailord. Yeah, he barely lives. Then he gets a roar time, and this is a shame because he gets a critical hit. I wouldn't have died if it wasn't for that critical hit. So that really does suck. Because my Lodic would have made a lot of things easier. And then I see a waterfall, so I don't know what he's doing because he's a physical and special. But it was a good idea. I guess it would do more damage since Wailord is physical, I think. And also I have that Calm Mind and Light Screen up. So now you see the rest of my Pokemon, Tyranitar and Scizor. And I really don't know who to use because Jeremy just told me at this point that Ground's good against him. And Tyranitar has Earthquake, but I don't want to kill Alakazam. Then I think, well, I think he had a Palkia. Maybe not like with him, but on his team before we battle. I saw Palkia, so I thought I'll kill Wailord and see who he has next because he still has to recover. So I just go for that ending Psychic because I really don't want to get waterfalled. Well, I don't want my Tyranitar to get waterfalled because that'd be almost certainly a death hit, you know. Wouldn't be good. And then let's see what I do actually. As you can see, my Tyranitar, he's all physical except Surf, and I don't really know why Surf's on there. I'm pretty sure I needed it in a single player game to get across something, and I was just pissed so I didn't go back. But it has gone me out of some situations with, like, they have 2 fire types, or some flying. So I go for the Stone Edge because Stone Edge is very powerful. It doesn't have 100% accuracy, but it is still very powerful. Luckily hits. I'm pretty sure Stone Edge is physical, so that animation was weird. Because I wouldn't have it on, because I have it on like 3 of my physical attackers. So then I realized that Alakazam doesn't really have a chance here because his leftovers was the thing really kind of keeping him in the game, and my Sandstorm keeps on taking him down. So I think I'm going to switch Tyranitar because that Sandstorm does not really do well for the rest of them. I see that he has a Giratina, so I decide I'm not going to like waste my Alakazam and use an Earthquake because Giratina is Flying type, I think. Flying and Ghost, or Flying and Dark. So instead I go for the Crunch on Giratina, which is super effective and should do plenty of damage. I think I just realized that. I think I realized that I have Crunch, so I should attack Giratina with Alakazam. After I just change my moves to attack Dialga. It's not very effective, but I have a Calm Mind, so it should still do some damage. Right here I'm feeling pretty confident because, I mean, Dialga's almost dead and Giratina is gonna get pretty taken down by that Crunch. See, with my Calm Mind that did plenty of damage. But he roars of time with my Alakazam, and that's just it. He didn't survive it, even with the Calm Mind and the Light Screen. But I didn't really need him anymore. It was either him or Giratina. This is what I love. He uses Draco Meteor against my Tyranitar, and it just tanks it because of the Light Screen and just how especially bulky my Tyranitar is. And his special attack fell, so he's not even going to be barely doing anything with two special attack drops and a Light Screen. Now I get my favorite Pokemon, my Scizor. Ooh, I mean, he's kind of a general Scizor, but I didn't really mean by that when I created him, because I made him in single player, you know, with the Swords Dance. So he's a sweeper. go for the Bullet Punch on Giratina, because Dialga has to recharge anyway, and I was expecting a Shadow Force, and spend my Tyranitar, so I thought, well, I want to get some damage in case he like kills someone. I don't want anyone to die. So yeah, I was debating on even using it because I was pretty sure he had Shadow Force.
Scizor starts to
So my
attack.
Scissor goes for a Bullet Punch, and it does a decent amount of damage. Not really, it did pretty low damage, but
Dialga can't
Giratina's
move
pretty
due to a
bulky.
previously used
So he
attack.
does use Shadow
Giratina
Force,
vanished instantly.
so I don't get a hit on him.
The move
But the problem with
can't
moves
be
like that
avoided.
is that you always hit the next time. My light screen wore off, but I'm not really afraid of that because one thing, Giratina's almost dead and he's using a physical move, and Dialga is about to die anyway. I used Bullet Punch on Dialga to take him out real quick, and I was actually very afraid that it just wouldn't kill him. And he'd get like another round of time off and get a critical hit or some bullshit. Because you don't know how many times that's actually happened to me. Go for the crunch on that Giratina, because just, might as well take him out. Supposed to go hiking today, but it is snowing. I'm not feeling good.
It couldn't take
Dialga
it.
goes
It's
down. And then Shadow Force hits
Complete
Tyranitar.
destruction by Shadow Force.
not really complete destruction, it barely did anything. So I get my crunch off, and now we're basically at the end.
Bam!
So I would like to thank you for watching,
It couldn't take it.
and
It's down.
expect more pretty soon in the next 2 days or so. And this is the Sweetie Fishy, signing off.